Hi, this is Ezekiel Chiu, Forex trader, fund manager and coach at Asia Forex Mentor. So in this video, I'll be revealing what I do on a weekly basis, and I'll be sharing my analysis for this week, the 23rd of Feb 2015. So you can refer to this video throughout the week to spot for trade setups, right? The analysis in this video will be my trading plan for the week. So in my weekly analysis videos, I'll be sharing pairs that have possible setup for the week or pairs that are worth taking note. So here's the first pair. Okay, last week we talked about the GBP CAD. Alright, I talked about how pound GBP CAD is meeting a crucial area. Alright, and then it's either going to break up or break down, because now it's meeting a crucial area. So the last month, right, there is a huge green bullish bar, so there's huge buying momentum, and then it got stopped right at the red line, which is at the previous support level and the new resistance level. So this month is trying to break up already. All right, we can see there's a bar that's trying to close above it, but the bar hasn't closed yet because this is a monthly chart. It will close at when February closes, right? So if you go down to the weekly, okay, so last week, what happened last week was there was a bar that has actually closed above the line. Okay, then if you go down to the daily, yesterday, all right, 2 days back, there was a pin bar pointing down. On last Friday, there was pin bar pointing up, which looks like it is still trying to break up. All right, there looks like there is a serious buying momentum, and looks like the GBP is indeed ready to break, but I will not enter right off here yet until it is confirmed. The best confirmation will be when the monthly chart actually closes above the red level. That will be the best confirmation, and I'll more or less know that GBP is indeed trying to move up, and this is where it's most likely going to it is going to hit too. All right, so I will just wait for a final confirmation. Once there's a bar that closes above the previous high over here, then I could possibly look for buying signals to enter on the lower time frame. So this is the analysis for GBP CAD for this week. Alright, so let's go on to the next pair, the New Zealand Yen. Alright, so for the New Zealand Yen, let's take a look. Okay, monthly, that really isn't anything much. I said that it is now at quite an all-time high. All right, so if you go to the weekly, let's see. Okay, weekly, what we can notice is that price is meeting a strong resistance area. All right, one time, two time, right, and then after that it eventually broke up, came back down, tested a support area, broke up, came back down, support area, eventually broke down. So this level over here, the 89.93 level, is a crucial, pretty strong support and resistance level. So which is why on last week itself, price went up, it got stopped at the red level itself. So if let me just move all this away so you can see clearly, right? So you see, that is this is the reason why price stopped last week. So had we had a buying signal over the previous weeks, we have to take profit at the red level, which is a strong support and resistance level. So right now, if you go down to the daily time frame, let's see, price went up, shoots a nice long green bullish bar. It stops. Where did it stop? At the 89.93 level. Got rejected. All right, stops right now, heads down, consolidates sideways. Usually, all right, usually in the cases like this, whereby it's meeting a good support resistance level, after a while it should probably head down, or should at least stop, and there is a reason why it stopped over here and it stalled. But if this support and resistance level had been strong, or if the buying momentum isn't that powerful, this will usually shoot down pretty quickly. But what we can see over here is there's a nice long green bullish bars, and then after which for several days it's just consolidated sideways with just a small series of small red bars or small green bars. From what I see, it's just stopping momentarily. All right, so once I this will most likely, if there isn't any major news, will most likely eventually break up probably a while more. And if there's a nice confirmation, a closing above the previous high, this is set, most likely set to resume its uptrend. But for now, it is still going to, this zone is still going to be an area of a rejection. So I will not do anything right now until it clearly closes above the area. Until it clearly closes above the area, then I'll be looking for opportunities to buy. So this will be my plan trade. So what I'll be doing is I'll just place an arrow somewhere over here until it has clearly broken above the area. Okay, so this is the analysis for New Zealand yen on New Zealand yen. Let's see on the dollar CAD. The dollar CAD, we could have something interesting. All right. On the monthly, we have a strong green bullish bar on the monthly, all right, which shows that there's huge buying momentum in the monthly. But if we look at the previous months or so, when there's a strong green bullish bar, the next bar also has a strong green bullish bar, but it all stalled at the same level. So good chance it isn't going to break any higher. Good chance the next few bars is still going to stall pretty much at this same zone. Okay, so if you go to the weekly, it is going sideways now, right? The weekly bars is now getting smaller. It is in line with the biggest green bar at the start over here, and prior to that, right, there is a strong bullish bar as well. Okay, so if you go down to the daily, we can see the price is going sideways, and I can put a trend line down here. Let me just go down to the 4 hours so you can see clearer. Right, so I can place a trend line right at the highest point, and then the second point would be the second high. So I'll join 2 points over here, and now price is reaching the third area, all right, which is why it's kind of stalling over here. Okay, so this may be a strong area of entry, this may not be a strong area of entry. No doubt that is reaching a resistance level of a trend line, but trend lines alone is not powerful enough. Okay, so what happens is prior to that, there's a series of bullish bars, and it's climbing and climbing and climbing. Right, the last time it formed, the last time it happens over here was a nice long red pin bar. All right, so if this is the 4 hour time frame, if this bars eventually does close down below the trend line to form a pin bar, this could be a nice sell signal. But because, as we have discussed on the higher time frames, it is still bullish in nature, there's still a lot of buying momentum, right? If we are going to sell, the maximum area it is going to go down would be the lows over here, which will be somewhere over here, right? But I'm not going to go that far. If it indeed is going to form a nice pin bar to sell, right, the most I'm going is for it to go down over to probably somewhere at my blue dotted line, which is my Bollinger Band, which is still a very good ratio, judging from, let's say, an entry point to the stop loss, let's say over here, and all the way to the bottom over here. It is a nice risk-reward ratio, 1 is to at least 3 or more. All right, so if we have been risking 2% a trade, it is a nice 6 to 7% profit if it reaches over here. So this is a trade setup to watch for, but if it does closes above the trend line, then I'm not going to enter a trade anymore. All right, so this is the outlook for the dollar CAD. All right, so this is how I do a normal weekly analysis, and then after which I go by my daily time frames and the lower time frames, 4 hour, 1 hour, to find analysis, to find trades to enter. All right, so I'll see you all next week.